Miss Keiko Saeki is an ace in the same sales department as me. She was also my mentor when I joined the company as a newbie. She is cool, beautiful, can do her job incredibly well, and is above all serious. I admired and respected her tremendously for a long time, as she was always willing to take on a role that was detrimental or unpopular if she thought it was for the good of the company and her juniors. However, it seems that being outspoken doesn't always bring good things. Miss Saeki got angry with me again.
You idiot! It's because you didn't check the documents properly. I told you to be careful because she is here today.
Well, that's my fault. But don't you think she shouldn't be that angry too? I'm seriously apologizing, but she doesn't forgive me at all.
That's the kind of person she is. So, you just have to make sure you don't make a mistake and get noticed.
I'm working with her on this project until next month. To be honest, I am feeling a bit stressed.
Well, you just have to be patient a bit longer. You know, from next term.
Hey, I can hear you. Can you at least talk about me where I can't hear you? Especially if it's useless at work.
Gah! No way! Were you listening?
I'm telling you, that smoking room has zero soundproofing. Sounds like you two have something to say. I've got time later today. Shall we rent a meeting room?
Oh no, I'm terribly sorry.
From now on, I'll change my attitude. I will be diligent.
I mean, apologize for what you said.
I'm sorry. The meeting was a bit over time.
Is something wrong?
Dojima. It's nothing.
Is that so?
You're annoying. You've got your presentation materials ready, haven't you?
Yes, of course. New recruits training tips number 14. Complete your presentation materials 2 days in advance. Check them once by the day before.
That's my...
Am I right?
Right. I mean, how can you remember the contents of the training for new recruits from years ago? That's the material from when my boss says there was too much training content.
That's because the content was based on the ideas of you.
I want you to memorize the client's materials with your kind of vigor.
Yes, I'll try my best.
I'm not asking you to try. I'm asking you to remember.
The big trigger was on the way home on a day when I went straight home from sales. It was the day I went out for a drink with Miss Saeki. Now that I think about it, she would never normally take junior staff out for a drink, so she was probably under a lot of stress. Miss Saeki, you're drinking a bit too much.
That's fine. It's our day off tomorrow. I went to apologize for someone else's mistake this time. What do you mean the person who made the mistake didn't come to apologize?
I heard that earlier. I understand how you feel, but...
In general, my parents don't understand the hardships I'm going through. What's more, they tell me I'm old enough to get married. And people around me keep pushing me their mistakes at work. There are no good men around me.
I heard that earlier too.
Is that so? I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you hear it. It pisses me off.
You have a bad drinking habit.
Shut up. I'm generally pissed off because everyone always complains. I don't know how much overtime I have to work to make up for everyone's mistakes and apologize to the clients.
No, you're absolutely right.
I often make mistakes at work too.
Do you really think so? I think you're just talking to me because I'm a bad drunk and a pain in the ass. Isn't that it?
You're more naive than I thought.
Because, what if you are thinking something different in your mind and you're going to tell everyone about it tomorrow?
Your imagination is very specific. And I am being honest. You're working really hard.
Yes, that's right. That's my right-hand man. You just have to know that.
In general, you always work the hardest, but you don't tell people about it. You're cool, beautiful,
but sometimes you can be clumsy and cute.
Hey, what? Don't flatter me straightforwardly. It'll make me feel weird. And I've had a lot to drink.
You said earlier that you didn't have a partner. If that's the case, I even ran for it. Why don't you go out with me?
What?
No, well, I'm getting carried away. Well, I'm pretty drunk too. I'm sorry. Miss Saeki, I'm sorry if you're offended.
I've had too much to drink. I'm leaving now.
Eh? Okay, let's go.
I'm the boss, so it's on me today. Also, get today's report out by 12 o'clock next Monday. Even accounting has a lot of work to organize.
Yes! Even when you're drunk, you're still a good worker. In the end, we went straight to the station that day. Miss Saeki seemed to be conscious, but she was wobbly. So I asked her to take a taxi. Ah, Miss Saeki! Thank you for treating me yesterday.
Ah, Dojima! You came early.
Yes, I have a cleaning duty today. What's wrong?
Hey, Dojima, do you remember what happened yesterday?
You mean the drinking session? Yes, I remember. I can't drink much.
Is that so? Okay then.
Miss Saeki, what's wrong? You're turning red. Are you sick?
No, nothing.
Is that so?
I'm telling you. I did tell you that my parents are rushing me to get married. But it's not like I can get married with anyone.
Eh? Okay.
You're right. I didn't include you in the list of useless guys I was talking about, but that doesn't mean I'm going to say yes right away.
Yes. What are you talking about?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yes, I don't. I'll keep your word.
No, do a little.
What?
In the first place, it can't be me. I'll be leaving soon.
Miss Saeki.
It's nothing. I'm going.
Okay. Even after this, I couldn't help but feel that her attitude had changed a little. But other than that, everyday life was going on without incident. I vaguely thought that it would be good if this kind of time, working with Miss Saeki, could go on forever. It was only natural that this should come to an end. Transfer? Is Miss Saeki leaving our department? Yes, that's right. What? You didn't know? When did this happen? What's the matter? Calm down. Well, it's supposed to start next term. But she'll be gone by the end of this month, right? The end of this month means less than a week away. Well, she is super good at her job. It was an unspoken agreement between everyone. I guess you were the only one who didn't know. No way. It's okay. It's not like she's being fired or anything. She will be transferred because of her abilities. Isn't that good news for her, who is career-oriented? No, I can't believe it. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Right now, this game is super hot and... No way! No, you're no way! I was so shocked that day that I left work early for the first time since I joined the company. Because I was really preoccupied with the loss of Miss Saeki. I'm a disqualified member of society. Hey, is Dojima there? Oh, you're here. What's wrong with you? You're dying. Yes, sorry. What's wrong? Look, the report you submitted. It's in a different format. Yeah? Oh, right. Come on. How many years you've been working? Seiki's going to get worried if you're like that. I'm sorry. Well, just get it out by tomorrow. What am I doing? I'm so shocked all by myself that I've completely forgotten what Miss Saeki told me.
You're still just butterfingered. Like the old Saeki.
What? What do you mean?
Eh? You haven't heard from Saeki?
Miss Saeki, was she different in the past from how she is now?
That's right. She's doing a great job now, but she used to be terrible. Even when doing sales, her voice was quiet. She couldn't prepare documents, and she would get lost on the way. To be honest, I thought she might quit soon. I can't imagine that from her now.
Well, she worked particularly hard compared to the other new recruits.
She made a lot of mistakes the first time, but she didn't make the same mistake the second time. She was really thorough in her preparation and reflection.
Whoa. That is Miss Saeki.
At the time, I really don't know how many times I was asked about her work. I get goosebumps even when I remember it now.
So much so that you feel fear?
What were we talking about? Well, so, Dejima.
Yes?
The point is that everyone stumbles at first. What's important is that you reflect on it afterwards. Like Saeki. You should take it day by day and grow slowly.
Yes, understood.
Then you will...
What's wrong?
Saeki told me not to talk about the past. I completely forgot. Well, what's done is done. Forgive me, Saeki.
You don't reflect, and I'm sure Miss Saeki will never forgive you.
After that, Miss Saeki continued to work as usual, or even more than usual.
From my point of view, being in charge of the same job, it was a great job. Each day passed, and finally,
at last, the last day for Miss Saeki to come to our branch office has come.
Dejima, what's wrong? You look so serious.
Miss Saeki.
Well, I know it's a lot of work, but let's both do our best. If there's anything you still don't understand at work, email me. If it's something I can answer, I can reply you.
Miss Saeki!
What?
I'm following you too. Please let me support you in your new workforce.
Dejima?
Miss Saeki.
No, that's impossible.
Huh?
No, because it's not a move or anything. It's a job transfer. Have you reported it to HR or something? You haven't, have you?
Eh? Oh, that's right too.
You know what? Departmental transfers are decided by senior management over a long period of time. There's no way your request will suddenly be accepted. They have their own reasons. I've been telling you since the training, right? You usually have to prepare in advance.
No, let me try a bit.
You're not listening.
Well, I'll give you an alternative. Please, let me submit it.
Permission granted.
Here's what I'll do. Leave it to me until you come back to work here. I'll show you how I'm going to fill in your vacancy by myself.
Oh, okay. Well, it's fine that you're so dependable. But please, take it easy.
And please, submit a transfer request when you're next transferred. No, depending on the situation, I'll submit it myself. So, then, if you can do that, then, when you come back, please go out with me.
You're so nervous. I'm glad though.
I'm sorry. It's the first time I've confessed to someone. Moreover, I suddenly found out a lot of things, so...
Can you really do it like that? The hole I left out is huge. Probably.
I'd say it's a 50-50.
Hey.
But I'm going to work hard from now on and grow up just like you. And when I grow up, I won't just be protected by you, but I will become a person who can support each other, who can protect you.
That man told you something, didn't he?
Yeah? What are you talking about? I don't know what you are talking about. I promised not to tell anyone, so I don't know.
If you're going to take my place, you'll have to learn how to lie a bit better.
What's done can't be helped.
So, what are you? I didn't want to leave with reluctance until the last minute, so I was thinking to leave without hesitation.
I'm sorry.
I can't wait that long. I'm not that young anymore. Or, what's more, I think I can't tolerate a long-distance relationship in the first place.
Oh, really? Then what should I do?
Here's what I'll do.
Miss Saeki!
Well, well. Is this a tentative plan? I'd be shocked if someone took my place while I'm away.
Miss Saeki.
Is that okay? While I'm away, I won't give you my consent if you fall for another girl. Do you understand?
Yes!
After this, Miss Saeki was transferred. I tried my best to fill in her hole, or even more. I wanted to work hard with my colleagues, but more than anything, I really wanted to be able to be proud of Miss Saeki when she comes back. After all, to a greater or lesser extent, maybe people are in it for themselves. It will be 3 years from now when Miss Saeki comes back to this department, and I propose to her. Even now, I still remember that promise I made to Keiko. Bonus manga. Marrying Miss Saeki makes me really happy. There is only one thing. Only one thing I was deceived about. That is... Hey, Miss Saeki!
Dejima! I told you not to call me Miss Saeki.
Sorry, but Keiko calls me Dojima too.
Ah,
Also, never put eggs in the microwave. You'll get into big trouble.
big trouble.
It'll explode.
What's that? Why?
Well, Miss Saeki, Keiko was a super bad cook. Or rather, her housework was catastrophic. It's not that she told me a lie, but I didn't expect this with that kind of work performance.
Hey,
What's wrong?
do you dislike women who can't do housework?
She is adorable. I love her.